Well, good morning to all. In this session, we are going to discuss about macros. In the previous session, we have discussed about procedures. See this procedures and macros are of the same, only a small difference. Procedures we are calling with the help of call instruction and returning to the original program with the help of ret instruction. Macros are also act as a functions like in C language, but they are called with the help of macro instruction and return with the help of end macro. That is the basic difference between macro and procedure. So what is a macro? It is a label assigned with the repeatedly appearing string of instructions. Similar to a procedure, it is a label assigned with the repeatedly appearing string of instructions. Nothing but rather than writing the same instructions n number of times in the same program, we can use this macro or procedure. The process of assigning label or macro name. The process of assigning a label or macro name to the string is called macro. A macro within a macro is called nested macro. A macro name or macro definition is then used throughout the main program to string of instructions to that particular set of instructions. If you need to refer, you can call the macro name or macro definition. What is the difference between macro and procedure? In the macro, the complete code of string instruction is inserted at each place. In the macro, the complete code of whatever the set of instructions which is in the macro is inserted at each place when the macro name appears. Hence, for macro, the executable file becomes lengthy, whereas procedure, or we can call as subroutine. Procedure or subroutine is called whenever necessary. That is, the control of execution is transferred to the subroutine every time it is called. But for a macro, you need to write whenever you require that corresponding set of instructions each and every time. Whereas procedure, just call that procedure and it will go to that corresponding subroutine to execute the procedure. So here the executable file appears, subroutine appears, code. Getting on point? So the difference is the complete code of string instruction is inserted in place wherever the macro name appears. Whereas in the procedure, this instruction call the corresponding procedure, it goes to the corresponding string of instructions and execute that corresponding procedure and return back to the original program with the help of ret instruction. So you need to end the macro if the macro, the same string of instructions has been completed. So executable file is lengthy in macro, and whereas in procedure it is quite smaller compared with our macro. Macro does not utilize the service of stack, whereas procedure or subroutine utilize the service of stack. There is no question of transfer of control as the program using macro inserts the complete code of the macro at every reference of the macro name. So there is no transfer of control. Line by line, it is able to execute its instructions, because the complete code of instructions, wherever we are using a reference macro, you need to write complete code of instructions. So it will be present insert. Whereas in the procedure or subroutine stack, the control is transferred as whenever we are calling, it is being transferred to the subroutine. Next, macro requires large memory size compared to the procedure, as it inserts the entire code in the program. So macro program, which consists macros, consists of long program, whereas procedure consists of small program. And macro requires less time for execution because it does not have any call and return instructions as the subroutines do. Procedure takes more time compared with the macro for execution, as it contains call and return instructions as the sub. This is the basic differences between procedure and macro. So what is a macro? It is nothing but string of instructions present in one function, where we have to call a function and write in that corresponding function all the set of instructions being included. Now, defining a macro with the help of a macro directive, you can define a macro anywhere in the program using the directive, like macro the name, and end the corresponding macro. The label prior to macro is the macro name, which should be used in the actual program, and the endm directive marks the end of the instructions or statements sequence assigned with the macro name. The following macro displays the message on the CRT. The syntax is given as in this fashion. So display is the variable of the macro name with followed by macro. So these are the set of instructions which are present, like move AX, segment message, move DX, AX, for example. DX, AX, move DX, offset message. So this is the how your syntax of the macro should be. Whatever the segment message is there, they should be transferred into AX, and the address of AX should be DS, offset where the message is DX, and move AH, 09H into 21H. These are interrupts to display the message in the command prompt. And end the macro. This is the syntax for defining a macro. So the above definition of the macro assigns the name display to the instruction sequence between the directives, macro and endian. A macro may also be used to represent statements and directives. So in this fashion, you can able to store the strings, stores the data into using the macro. Macro may be called by its name along with any values to be passed to the macro. So calling a macro means inserting the statements and instructions represented by the macro directly at the place of macro name in the program. Getting a point here? What is a macro? So whenever we want to call a macro, means we need to insert and the set of statements or instructions present in the corresponding macro each and every time whenever the macro name is being placed in the program. So passing parameters to a macro, using parameters in a definition, the programmer specifies the parameters of the macro. Those are likely to be changed each time the macro is called. So if you want to change the macro definition whenever you are whenever the macro is being called, you can able to pass the corresponding parameter to a micro. So for example, display micro return in a program can be made to display different messages, message 1, message 2. Right? So para display micro, here segment message, offset message. So here you can write message 1 one time, then message 2 second time. Display the message 1, display the message 2. So you can pass different parameters, different messages whenever you want to display the corresponding message whenever we are calling a micro. So message 1, message 2. So all the parameters are specified in the definition of a micro which executes sequentially and also in the call within the same sequence. All the directives available in MASM can also be used in micro and carry the same significance. So this is about micro. So what is a micro? Whenever we are getting or whenever we are taking a call on micro, each and every time you need to write the set of instructions in order to define that micro. And you can able to modify that parameters whenever you require with the help of directive micro and M. We should write first the variable with micro, at last and M, in order to display the strings, in order to whatever you want to do. Thank you.